Good evening. So I've really enjoyed this class. Thank you so much for the class. It's been great. I've learned a lot. Today we're going to be talking about teams. So in defining teams, we're gonna look at that, and would define it as a group of individuals all working together towards a common goal. You think of a sports team or a church team or a work team where the members are all committed to that bigger goal and they're all working synergistically together to meet that goal. When they're actively working all together and really making progress and working in harmony with one another, you would call that teamwork. And I would think of maybe like the San Antonio Spurs, who just embody teamwork to such a great degree. And I remember with Greg Popovich, and it was always about the team, and it was less about the individual, and always making that extra pass. And the announcers would always say, "Wow, look at that teamwork." So in a work setting, when you have teams working together, you really want whatever team structure you have implemented. You really want teamwork. You want unity, productivity. You want chemistry together and efficiency. There's different types of teams that you see in work. So you could see cross-functional teams where all the members of different departments or different companies or different structures are all kind of working together for a common goal. Um, you could think of maybe say like a video game coming out where maybe the animators and the designers and actors and people are all working together to work in harmony to make sure that that vision comes out clear together. Um, so they're all creatively working. It would be cross-functional. You could also think of maybe a movie where animators and actors and makeup artists and designers uh, graphic designers and everybody's working together to make that vision a reality. So those would be kind of cross-functional teams. You have virtual teams where teams are brought together by technology through things like Zoom and FaceTime and email apps and social apps where people can all communicate and live stream or email together and work together, but virtually through technology, through computer. Um, Also, you have global teams where team members are working from maybe other parts of the world and working together. So you could think of, say, Apple as a global company. So they have people all over the world who at times have to work together or interact together on a global level to make sure that their products are all standardized and up to speed and everything. You have venture teams, which are teams that operate semi-autonomously to create and develop products or a process or a business together. You have problem-solving teams, which are teams that are specifically brought together to establish or solve a problem. You have self-management managed teams, which are sets of teams that really set their own goals and pursue them in ways that are decided by the team. So there's not a lot of oversight, not a lot of management. That team just knows what they're doing and they're going to get it done. And I believe Google utilizes that self-management structure a lot with digital programs that they'll come up with, and they'll just be given a deadline and they just know what they have to do. They can meet as many times as they want or as little as they want. And they just know they have to reach that deadline. You have so those are some of the team structures. In looking at the Bible and some of those structures that exist in the Bible, I would say a problem-solving team. So I would think of the Council of Jerusalem, where a group of apostles were all working together for a goal of deciding when the Jews were trying to implement a legalism upon them, and they had to come together and figure out, well, what is the law that has to be followed, and what do we have to, which laws do we have to keep? Do we have to be circumcised? So they all came together to solve that problem and make an established ruling. Paul and Barnabas and James, brother Jesus, and some of the apostles. So that would be like a problem-solving team brought together for a specific purpose. I would also think of global teams. I think of Paul and the apostles starting churches all over Greece and Rome, and eventually, after the church fathers kind of carried the mantle, They spread out to Africa and South Africa and Egypt and places like that, but they were still working to spread the gospel. So there was a common purpose and a common goal that they were all working towards, but globally. So lastly, you might say that Paul's description of the body of Christ is like a cross-functional team in the church. You have elders, teachers, and prophets, and deacons, and all these different ministry groups or leaders working together in harmony. And so, that would be kind of a cross-functional team coming together as far as all these different church roles working in harmony. So that's all. Thank you very much, and God bless.